Okay, so I just got my drinks at McDonald's. So I did not know what this day was going to be about. So day 4 is about, I just got the message, the clear message that it's about cleansing yourself of drugs, alcohol, smoking, toxic behavior. I'm even hearing like toxic friends and family, like being truthful about the damage that it's doing to your body, mind, and spirit. And the things are addicting. And it's like that's putting like devil energy into your body. It's literally like demons and devils entering your spirit. When you drink water, like pure water, that's like pure love energy from source, from God. God rains down water upon us. This is a channeled prophetic message right now. That God showers down water to us to give us I'm hearing the breath of life. That makes perfect sense. At first I was like, what? Like, how is that breathing? You don't breathe water. But it's literally the breath of life, because do they say that in the church? I'm not even sure, but I'm seeing like a cathedral, like the Catholic. I get a lot of Catholicism, like that I have some kind of connection with the Catholic Church. Catholicism is what I'm always being like, what I connect to. I went to a Catholic church. My grandma was Catholic. Madonna, I had a connection with Madonna, the singer. As I was younger, I was like, because I'm an earth angel and I'm a prophet, it's very meaningful, the connections that I have to different artists and different people. It's not about the music, it's not about the talent, it's something, a spiritual connection to it. It's not just about the whole image and the whole persona and the whole like fake facade of everything. There's some deep, meaningful reason why. And that's what people couldn't understand about me. I didn't even understand it. Because when I say that I like something, an artist, or it's like I resonate with the spiritual message of the music. And it's so crazy because I never connected with Michael Jackson. Even though the whole world was like insanely in love with Michael Jackson, I could not connect my heart and soul to him because of the evil that surrounded him. I couldn't, like, I always like pushed that away from me. Like I could sing the songs or enjoy the music or whatever, but I kind of repelled it away from me. I could feel the negative energy, the demons. I feel demons when I hear about Michael Jackson. I can't help but get images of the pedophile in him, the negative and see like images of his father and the abuse that took place in his life. And it's so like, it's not real, it's not authentic, it's so corrupt and distorted. There's demons that were surrounding everything, and you could see it by bizarre behaviors and weirdness and the plastic surgeries and the eyes and the soul, and it's just like so corrupt. And there was this like dark and light side that was just so confusing. And I'm hearing malicious. I want to tap into that. So I got this message today that whenever I want to like tap into a spirit, that a deceased celebrity or anybody, even somebody that's alive, I can connect to their spirit guides, or I can connect to anybody I want to. All I need to do is call them in because of my spiritual ranking. That I'm like the Oprah Winfrey, the billionaire. I'm hearing the billionaire queen of the spirit world. So, of course, this doesn't make any sense in the 3D world for me to be saying these crazy things. This is what I'm getting from spirit, because it's like my ego on the 3D world is not this. This is what I'm being told about myself. So I don't know if my higher self has this like humongous ego. But that doesn't benefit me to be telling people these things. Like it makes people want to run away from me in the 3D world. Because they're like, who is this girl? Like, who does she think she is? I'm not stupid. I'm literally telling the truth about what's happening to me and what I'm hearing. This could even be like my higher self in my manifestation realm that refuses to give up her title of the crown. There's your higher self that you have to connect to in the spiritual realm. And you have to hold on so tight, like that's you. It doesn't matter what you are in the 3D realm. There's other spiritual realms that if you can tap into them and connect to them, there's no stopping you and what you're capable of doing on this 3D realm. Because there's a whole spiritual world that I'm seeing this vortex. I'm seeing it like a swirling tornado with a bunch of stuff in it. You know how you see the flying cows and the flying dishwasher and or washing machine and it doesn't matter how heavy, even a car spinning around in this tornado that you created. It's in your mind, it's in your spirit that you created this whole tornado of ideas and thoughts, and the things you love are in this tornado. This is your vortex that you created in your mind over your lifetime of all the things that you want in your life. And you're coming from a good-hearted, pure place of just dreaming and loving people and loving yourself and loving the world that God created. That's what makes the vortex spin faster and be more and come to fruition, is the energy that you put into it. It keeps it spinning and keeps it alive and keeps it manifesting. And you're gonna, walk into that reality on your path with God, with spirit, with source. That's your energy source. And the light just went off when I said that. That's confirmation. Oh my God. I'm going through so much stuff, you guys, with my twin flame. It's all a part of my journey, but I'm just so unsure of what's going on. I get conflicting messages, and so it's all a part of my path. It's just to stay on my path. Don't worry about all the chaos going around you. It's like the eye of the storm. Just stay in the middle of the storm, the eye of the storm, and you're going to be safe with God. It doesn't matter what's spinning around you, even if it's the bad tornado. The bad tornado is going to be spinning around you. But in your mind, you have the good tornado, the vortex. And that's what's keeping you in the eye of the storm. It's that good, pure heart nature, that childlike energy and dream, the dream state. The optimistic, pure-hearted dream state of a child that's keeping you in the eye of the storm, away from harm. And you need to be focused on your higher power. And your family can be your biggest enemies, keeping you, trying to destroy you. Even the people that are deceiving you around you, they don't show it all the time. They lie and they fake and they manipulate with a mask. It's a false mask of being good. And everybody around you can just think that everybody's good, but they try to make you look bad. So everybody looks at you like you're the one that's wrong, when they're the one that's wrong. So just stay on your path with God. That's the safe place. It's like Cinderella. The evil stepmom and the stepsisters tried to hold Cinderella down and make her look like she wasn't anything. And I just heard like SHIT and CRAP. But I'm not going to fall into saying words like that, because it's not something I want to say. Even if I'm getting it from the source, from spirit, I have my own. It's like testing. You're tested by God and by spirit all the time. So you have to have your own discernment. God gives you that intuition and that discernment to decipher the messages that you're receiving. Is that from your ego self, or is that from source? If you live your life in pure-hearted and good, and you don't lie and you don't cheat, you don't steal, you're just pure of heart. You don't have envy or anger or bitterness. You worked on your traumas. You can easily see. If you're not a person that swears all the time, when somebody tells you to swear, you're gonna go, why? Why would I swear? I don't want to swear. I don't need to swear. You see? But if you're not pure of heart and you're not in that energy, it's easy to fall off into these other things. It's easy to say, okay, it's easy to manipulate your mind. These demon energies can manipulate your mind and say, oh, it's just one cigarette, or it's just marijuana. That's natural. That's That's okay. It's okay to smoke marijuana. Even though, have you researched about it? Do you really know the effects of marijuana on your mind? How it slows you down and how it affects your brain? It affects how you think and how you feel about yourself, and it puts you in paranoia and it slows you down. Like, you don't have as much energy. You get addicted. Your whole life can be ruined because you just want this addictive drug and you're willing to do. It's a coping mechanism of things that are wrong in your life, and it's a weakness. You're turning to something else to make you feel better because you can't handle it on your own. That's weak. It's weak-minded to say, oh, I'm having a bad day, I need a drink, or I need to smoke, or I need to have marijuana or pills or drugs. That's weak. It's weak. So are you going to understand that and understand that you're weak and you need to work on your weaknesses? You need to feel the pain. Are you too weak to feel the pain? You can't handle the pain. So be aware of that. I don't mean to like trigger people and like have them spin and spiral out of control. Go to my videos, watch my videos, understand how psychology works and how your brain works and how you need to live in the now and heal yourself. You need to be aware of your weaknesses and who traumatized you. What did they do to traumatize you? All these feelings and emotions that come up are not going to go away until you heal yourself. You're just going to keep trying to bury yourself and drown yourself with all these substances. And that's going to make you feel worse and worse and worse and worse until you want to destroy yourself. That's demons and devils getting into your body, wanting you to like commit suicide or to hurt other people. That's what it is. So you need to be aware of this and mindful of it and cleanse yourself of these demons and devils by getting away from negative energies and negative substances that are entering your body. Purge of these devils and demons by not giving in to them. And I don't mean to minimize this. It's a serious issue and I'm not going through it myself. So I need to have more compassion and empathy for the people that are going through this. Because once you get into the devil, once you give in to the devil and start doing devilish behaviors, it's a spiral out of control. But you made the choice. That's dealing with that's selling your soul and dealing with the devil when you turn to these substances. You're making a deal with the devil. And that's how the devil can control your mind, body, and spirit. That's not a happy place. Don't give in to societies like, oh, let's go have fun and be happy and go to a bar and drink all the time for everything, to celebrate, to every weekend, after every hard day, after all the hard things. All you're doing is making your life harder. Watch reality shows that show people in despair from drinking and alcohol and partying. All these shows on TV are psychological tests, experiments. Watch reality shows. See what happens to other people. Don't do it yourself. Be aware. Don't say, oh, I hate reality TV. That's so fake and that's so phony and I hate that. There's lessons in that from other people. They're really confirmation. They're really going through that. And those media people, the people in Hollywood, giving them alcohol, serving them alcohol so they can make a fool of themselves, so they can spiral out of control and you can watch them. But it's actually showing people the harmful effects of alcohol and how stupid everything is. Why are you listening to those people? Why are you doing that stuff? It's like you're making a fool out of yourself for everybody to see, but you're actually showing people a good lesson of what not to do and not to listen to other people, and that you need to be centered within yourself and whole and grounded and do all these things that I'm telling you to do on my channel, not to fall into all of that. So that's day 4. That's the lessons that you need to learn and to contemplate and reflect on your life and what you're doing to your body, the harm that you're doing to your vessel that God created for you to do your best in this lifetime. To understand that the effects of alcohol and drugs and all the toxins and abuse and negative thoughts, negative energies of people, the people that you're surrounding yourself with, are harming your vessel that God created. To stay away from all of that. It's demon and devil energies that you're surrounding yourself with and consuming into your body. Everything matters. You don't give up on yourself. God can see everything. God can see how the demons and devils took over you, and you let it happen. You're letting it happen every single day that you're doing it. Watch all the videos on my channel. Watch from the very beginning, every single video, and you will be cleansed. God will help you. This is a channel where God blesses those that watch it. God will send you intuitive thoughts and messages to help you along the way. You can watch my videos over and over and over again and get them stuck into your brain, into your mind, into your spirit. It's like frequencies of love and healing and health and wellness submerging into your mind. It's like subliminal messages, like frequencies that heal your spirit. Be surrounded by love, the spiritual love of an earth angel. I'm getting the halo, a circular halo of an earth angel. Surround yourself with the spirit of an earth angel to heal yourself. Watching my messages heals you on the inside. To understand the illusions of the brainwashing of society. To purge you of what you've been told. To rewire your brain and train yourself to think differently, act differently. Understand that you have the superpower within you to purge those demons and those devils by distancing yourself from harmful people and substances and foods and drinks and pills and toxins of drugs. Half the time we don't need the drugs and stuff that the doctors and pharmacists and advertisements are telling us to have. We need rest and sleep and not to be harming ourselves with alcohol and drugs and things that are hurting our immune system. I'm hearing like when you get sick and you have to take these like antibiotics and all this stuff, like this happened to me so many times, that it's clearing out your, I read about this, how it's like clearing out your gut, all the probiotics and prebiotics that are protecting your gut health and your immune system. It cleanses it out so you don't have that protection. So you're more susceptible to disease and to sickness. So you can keep getting sick and sick and sick. So you have to stay healthy in order to build up that immune system again and that gut health, to eat healthy things, to have that proper gut health, to attack the foods that are bad and unhealthy that can hurt your system. So when you have all these antibiotics and things, it can save your life. Like it saved my life. But you have to understand the harmful effects of these drugs and these things. You have to do your research on them to understand that it's not healthy for you, and that there's other alternatives like healthy foods that can cleanse you, and that logical sense of that you don't need these cough syrups and these cold medicines and stuff if you don't have a high fever, and you need to have your body's immune system to fight off these things. You don't need to suppress your immune system to fight it off with unnatural chemicals and things. So I'm not a doctor, I'm not a specialist, but read about these things, learn about them, and understand that you don't need to run to take medicine for everything. You need to have your natural body cleanse things, and God's natural system to work. Like you need to feel the pain and suffering of these things in your life and heal them on your own by processing in your brain, like go through the pain of it. Don't try to suppress the pain, because God wants you to reflect and heal by learning the lesson of the pain. So if you're being abusive to somebody, you need to feel that pain and that suffering and that regret and that guilt. You don't need to suppress the guilt and have your ego take over and think that you didn't do anything wrong and that you're going to do it again and blame other people. No, you need to sit and reflect and have guilt and have remorse. And so you can be pure of heart and innocent and loving, and point the blame at yourself and say, okay, I'm not going to do that again. I don't ever want to hurt anybody else. That I'm not going to cover up and live it in my ego and say that, well, I've been hurt, I can hurt other people. That's your ego talking. That's not a pure heart with love and concern of others. You need to heal yourself and say, somebody hurt me, and I'm going to transmute that energy of my hurt into strength. And I'm going to love extra hard to other people. I'm not going to let them walk all over me. I'm going to leave and have my own self-dignity and respect and not put myself in situations where people can hurt me, because I learned my lesson that I might have had an abusive family member, but I'm going to make better choices, confirmation, in my life. I'm not going to surround myself by people like that, because I know what those people are like. I grew up with them. They were able to hurt me when I was younger, but I learned my lesson from that. I don't want to surround myself with people like that. And I'm not going to be a victim and go into my sorrow and pain and make it worse. I'm going to transmute that energy of pain and put it into my purpose with God, with Spirit. God, release me of these pains and sorrow and guide me on my path. Give me the motivation and the energy and the positivity to follow you and love with all my heart. And recognize and have discernment of those that are trying to manipulate me and trick me. Show me them. Show me their true character, so I don't fall into those traps. And when I see the red flags, I'm going to stay away. And I'm going to tell them that I see those red flags. And I'm going to see it in their eyes, and I'm going to see it in them. And I'm going to stay with you, God. And I'm going to be around pure-hearted people so I can recognize who's pure-hearted and who's not. And just because they go to church doesn't mean they're pure-hearted, good people. Trust me. There's manipulative people that prey on others that go to church. And they could even be the ones running the church. As we've seen, the people that molest children and those preachers and pastors that use the church to deflect and manipulate people because they don't even believe it in themselves. It's a mask for their demons, so they can have a cover. So they want people to love them. They want the money. They want other things. They could even be fooling themselves. So be careful out there. This is the channel that helps you regain your pure heart and your understanding of the truth. This really got dark and disturbing. And this was completely out of left field. I had an idea of what I was going to be talking about, and this just completely went a different way. And I feel this dark energy cloud of the darkness here. So I need to eat. I need to cleanse myself of this dark energy and spirit of that talk. Because life can be dark and disturbing. And it's like you need to stay away from that energy. Don't let it enter your life. I'm even seeing like horror movies and TV shows and movies that have dark, disturbing energies. So are you looking at the movie like you love that type of thing? And you're letting it enter your soul and spirit as like, it's your intention on how you're watching those things. This is what I'm receiving just now, is that I didn't really see, I stay away from, like, I don't think I'll ever want to watch like a horror movie ever again. Because I'm not even like, why would I want to do that? Like, I don't even want that to enter into my mind. those dark energies can enter your spirit. Even, yes, through the TV, through the movie, and don't laugh and think that that's a joke. It's like literally like those people that made those films and stuff, their energies are in that. It's literally energy. And yes, you can ward off that energy, but the more you watch that stuff and the more you take it in and the more you feed into it, the deeper it gets into your spirit. Why are you loving and feeding off of that? It's like I'm getting like a vampire. It's like you're sucking the blood out of people and animals. It's like a feeding frenzy. Like it's like disgusting energies that you're feeding off of. Where is that energy going? Energy doesn't die. Energy moves around and goes. It's in your mind, in your spirit, in your soul. So in order to purge out that energy, you have to cleanse yourself, and you have to go through meditation and you have to surround yourself by pure energies in order to rid it. It's like a spiritual bath. You have to cleanse of those dark demons and energies. And it's not going to take just a bath or just a meditation. It takes time. It's like when you feed yourself junk food. It takes time to get rid of it out of your system and out of your wants and needs. Like you're going to want to crave those things. So why put them in your body to begin with? Why feed that into your soul to begin with? Why go to drugs and alcohol to begin with when you're going to crave it? That it's an addictive substance that you're going to want to return to. Don't fool yourself by thinking it's a one-time thing. It's an energy that can be addicting and craving because those demons and devils want to enter your spirit and take over. Because it's like a snowball effect of like momentum. Do you want to have a momentum of good and have a snowball effect of good things in your vortex, in your spirit, in your mind, in your soul? Or do you want to have a vortex of evil and negativity and demons and energy that's disgusting and gross? And I'm hearing R. Kelly. How things can spiral out of control and get dark and disgusting and disturbed and grotesque. I'm getting Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm getting all kinds of disgusting, evil spirits. Dark energies. People who kill. People who are disturbed and dark and soulless. Where you can't even see you could see their eyes. You could see like Charles Manson. You can see like this dark, you can't even see their soul and their spirit in their eyes anymore. It's dark and evil and soulless. And you can see that on people, and it's just like you only feel connected to those that are like you. So you're energetically connecting to people that are bad for you and wrong and devilish and evil just like you. Or they could be worse, and you could like that. And then you're just like them. You are the company that you keep. I'm getting like, I don't know why I just heard like Proverbs, the Corinthian, (16), I don't know. I'm not a Bible person, but I heard that. And I don't even know if it's Proverbs. I have no idea. That word just came into this from Spirit. 13, I don't know. These are the things I'm hearing. And I got the confirmation with the light going off. 16:33, I have no idea. I keep hearing Proverbs, Corinthian. I think it's 16:33. I have no idea. But it's like when you try to talk and you keep hearing it, you keep getting it in your mind. That's why I keep saying it, because I'm just saying what I'm hearing. And it could be completely wrong, but this is the truth. Like, these messages, these channeled messages are real. So I'm just saying whatever I hear. And then a lot of times I go back and I look up things that I don't understand, that I don't know if those are real or not. I don't know, because I'm not, like, if I don't know where these Bible verses, like, I'm telling you, I know, like, certain words that I've heard or certain things that I've heard from other people. Like, I had an ex-boyfriend that had I kept seeing his email. And I got confirmation rubbing my nose. It's like the Corinthians verse that talks about how, I don't even know the verse, but it's like, I know it's Corinthians. I keep hearing that. And I know that that's what it was. And I'm seeing the 16 and the 33, but I don't know if that's what it is. And it's like, who you surround yourself with is who you become. Watch who you surround yourself with. But he was a devil himself. He was in the church. He was surrounding himself by good-hearted, natured people, but he was deceiving them and manipulating them for what he could get out of them. He was hiding behind the Bible, behind the verses. He knew all the verses and all the things because he was in prison, and he turned to the Bible and he learned all of it. But when it was time to perform it, he could capture all the words and all the messages and speak them, but it was for manipulative purposes. It didn't seep into his heart and his soul in the way that he thinks it did. He might think that it did. He might really believe that it did. But I know it didn't. God put him into my path to test him, because I'm an earth angel, I'm an avenger angel, where God puts people into my path to test them, to show if their heart is pure, because mine is. What are you going to do with her? Are you going to manipulate her and trick her and deceive her and get what you can out of her? And that's what he did to me over and over and over and over and over again. Because it was to build my character and test me as well, and build me up stronger and stronger and stronger, so I'm aware of this type of person and this type of evil, to make me stronger, to elevate me, and to bring him down. So he is haunted by the fact that he manipulated an earth angel, that he can never get into my spirit again, that he so desperately wants to be in my energy like a vampire, to feed off of me, but he can't have it. He can't suck the energy out of me. He can't suck that good energy out of me. I blocked him from my energy. He's not allowed to speak to me. He's not allowed to get into my energy at all. So it haunts him and torments him every day. And the words and the things that I told him taunt him and haunt him. And he's told me this. This is no joke. And these are like ex-boyfriends, exes that have done these things that it torments them and haunts them. And I'm hearing like, and I know this, God had me remember this and say this to them about how I always remembered the Edgar Allan poem of the Telltale Heart, and how, or not poem, but like story book, whatever, that when you do bad things, they will haunt your spirit forever. So you don't do bad. And in the poem was, or I don't know why I keep saying poem. Maybe it is a poem, because I haven't read that or since I was young. But it's like he murdered somebody and put them in the floorboards of his home. This is a dark, twisted message here, so I'm gonna have to put some kind of warning on this, but he could hear the heartbeat even though the person was dead and buried in the floorboards of his home. He could still be haunted by the heartbeat and go insane because of what he did. There's a spirituality to that message, that you can't get away from yourself. You can't get away from the things that you've done. The evil that you've done will haunt you. So don't do it. You know that when you're making good and bad choices, so there's no like sympathy for you. God knows, like, you chose the devil over God. Like, God can see everything. It's like Santa, the nice and the naughty. That's God. God is Santa. God can see everything. God can see the naughty and nice. And you're choosing naughty all the time, so there's no sympathy or empathy for you. You have to have the strength inside to go with God and make good choices. That's what Jesus teaches us. Don't make the bad choices. We know this. We know this. And you can see when good people are trying to help you, and then you climb off of them and trying to get out, like quicksand or somebody drowning in a river that takes on people and makes them drown. It's like, you can't do that to people that are helping you. You can't manipulate them and use them and feed off of them like a vampire. Drain them of their blood. You have to save yourself by going within and feeling the pain and suffering. Suffer. And blame yourself for those bad choices. Don't blame other people anymore. Suffer and learn from it. Because that suffering that you're feeling, like a drug addict going off of the pills or the drugs, or the alcoholic that's fiending for that substance, that's pain and suffering, you're reaching for the devil, the hand of the devil, when you could be reaching for the hand of God. Go to the church. Go sit in the pews every single church service. Go surround yourself by the light, the people that are walking in the light. And you have discernment of that because you're surrounding yourself by devil energies. You know, again, you know the light. You can see the light. You can see who's good. Go to those people and just surround yourself by them, and don't feed off of them and suck their blood and their energy out of them. Don't manipulate them. Don't trick them. Just surround yourself and soak in, learn, understand. Watch these messages, all my messages from the very beginning, and get an understanding of why people are good and why people are bad, and the benefits of being good over bad. How it's not like a diet, like you're eating salads and it is a diet though. Okay, salads and vegetables and fruits are good, healthy, nutritious, cleansing of your toxins and your diseases and all of that. I don't know, I'm hearing smoothies, so I'm gonna say it. Have a smoothie every morning. Flush out your toxins. Detox. Eat healthy. Work out. Run. Exercise. Have that be your passion and your obsession. Be obsessed with being healthy. Be obsessed with being good and true and authentic and real and truthful. Harness the energy. I'm getting so hot right now. Like literally, I'm burning up right now. So I'm hearing confirmation. That's what I do. That's what I use the negative energies. I transmute that energy into passion for my purpose, passion for good, passion for the truth. What I did is use that aggression and anger and bitterness and energy to fight off evil and say the truth. Like I used to yell and scream the truth back at the evil energies. And it made myself feel like empowered. And it gained back my power for myself. And I'm getting, oh my God, I'm getting so hot right now. So that's what you need to do. And I'm hearing like close this out and eat and nourish my body.